I recently had to give back the small disc belt sander combo, and what I immediately noticed was just how big of a hole it left in my workflow. So I set out to build a small 8-inch disc sander that I could attach to a faceplate and run off my lathe. I've seen lots of other YouTube videos on how to do this and figured I could just do the same. The first step was to cut out my materials. I settled on MDF for the face of the disc since I had a sheet already on hand from building guitar templates, and I set about cutting that into a small square. At the time I recorded this, my bandsaw wasn't working either, so I had to cut some of this with a handsaw. I cut the square into a hexagon because a hexagon is closer to a circle, and it would fit on my lathe better that way. Then I cut a 5.5 by 5.5 square from a 2x6 that I had on hand to act as the backing plate, giving me some room for the faceplate attachment. Once that was cut, glue that to the face disc. And then clamp that up. And then let that dry. Once out of the clamps, I took my hand plane to the backing block just to make sure it was trued up and flat. It had a small cup to it like most 2x do, and I wanted to take that out of it so the faceplate had a flat surface to mount to. Once it was flat, I could mark the center location and then mount the faceplate. Now we're actually ready to do some turning. I used my tool rest and took a piece of tape to check and see how close to true it was, and surprisingly, it was pretty good. So, on with making it round. I had drawn a mark on the back side of it, roughly where 8 inches would be. I knew I wanted it to be slightly larger than 8 inches, just to give me some room to put the 8-inch sanding disc on it, and to allow for any future need to return it should it get damaged. I also took a bit of time to take the corners off of the backing plate, just to make them a little less aggressive should a knuckle get close or something. And then I applied a bit of CA glue to the edge. This is a trick from guitar building templates. It just helps to make the open pore edges of the MDF a little less susceptible to damage. Then we stick a sanding disc on it, give it a spin, try it out on a fresh piece of wood, and Bob's your uncle. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is coming, and we'll see you in the next one.